Dear students, in the last video we have discussed on what is an hazard and what are the different hazards. So we know there is an hazard like static 1, static 0 and dynamic hazard. So in this video we'll discuss in detail about these, what is the static 1 hazard and how to overcome that hazard. So this is the static 1 hazard. So what is the static 1 hazard? We are expecting, irrespective of the input, always the output to be 1. In case of this, if A is 0, then the A bar will be 1. 0 plus 1, the output will be 1. If A is 1, A bar will be 0. So 1 plus 0, output will be 1. So irrespective of A, output is always 1. But due to there is a delay in the inverter and also delay in the OR gate. So this hazard will occur due to the delay of an inverter. So every gate will take some time to process the input whatever it receives. So this static 1 hazard will occur when there is a change in the input from 1 to 0. So for example, we just write down the content when there was 1. After certain period of time this was 0. So 0 plus 1, the output was 1. Now the input has been changed from 1 to 0. As soon the input has been changed from 1 to 0, so we receive 0 across this R input, but this inverter will take some time to process that 0 to make it 1. So till the time consumption of this inverter in order to process the input across this OR gate is also 0. When both are 0, this output is 0. So what we expected is in this always the output to be 1. Due to the delay of the inverter till that period of time, the output across Y is 0. That's what has been given in this timing diagram when the input changes from 1 to 0. So till the time delay of a NOT gate, this tau is the time delay of a NOT gate. Tau 2 is the time delay of an OR gate. So till this period of time, the input across the OR gate is 0, 0. The output we are expecting is 0. This is the time delay of the OR gate. This is the time delay of the NOT gate. This hazard is called as a static 1 hazard. So now we'll discuss a static 0 hazard. Static 0 hazard. So whatever the input, always we are getting 0. If A is 0, A bar will be 1, 0, 1, Y will be 0, 1, 0, Y will be 0. So always the output across this will be 0. In this, I will consider the content when it is changing from 0 to 1. So the output will be, there will be an hazard. So when the content was 0, the output across this after some certain period of time, it was 1. So 0 and 1, the output was 0. When there was a change in the input across A from 0 to 1, so till this time period, there it is 1 only. 1 and 1, the output has been changed to 1. So that's what been shown here. When there was a change in the input from 0 to 1, so till this period of time, the inverter delay, so we are getting the output as 1. Now we need to look into this issue. What is this hazard? We are aware now how to overcome this hazard. So again here it's been discussed first with an hazard and then how to overcome this. Now we have certain main terms representation on the K-map. Now we have made the grouping. So with this group, the expression here is BC bar. With this group, the expression here is AC. BC bar plus AC. This is the output Y. So this is what the circuit in order to realize this expression. A, C, B, C bar. These are the inputs given to the AND gates. The output of these AND gates given to Y. Now this circuit is giving a static 1 hazard. Means always the output expected here is 1. For certain period of time we are getting 0. What is that we are going to do it? So we'll consider A is 1 and B is 1. The value of A is 1, B is 1. and when C changes from 1 to 0, I'll write it here 1. So A is 1, C is 1, the output of this AND gate is 1, and when C was 1, after certain period of delay, so I'll be getting here 0. So 1, 0, this output is 0. 0 or 1, the output here is 1. Now when the C changes from 1 to 0, when the C changes from 1 to 0, as soon as it changes to 0, I'll be getting the output of this AND gate is 0. So this has been changed to 0, but here certain period of time this retains 0 only. So output of this AND gate is 0 only. Now the output across Y will be 0. This is what called as a static 1 hazard. Now how I can overcome this hazard? So in the circuits sometimes, so when I use this redundant group, this group was not necessary because already this one has been covered here and this one has been covered. By using this redundant group, we can able to overcome the hazard. That's what we are going to discuss here. We use that redundant group along with the previous terms, whatever we get, we add this redundant term, that is AB. So we have included that in the circuit. So our explanations was like consideration when A and B was 1, 1. When C was changing from 1 to 0, we were getting an hazard. Now A and B is 1, 1. So this output is always 1. When this output is 1, one of the input across this R is 1. Then the output is always 1. There is no possibility of getting an 0 across the output. So that is how we are going to avoid this, or we are covering this hazard. So next we discuss the static 0 hazard and how to cover it. In order to discuss with the static 0 hazard, I'll be considering the same example. So instead of making the grouping of ones we group it for sum of product terms. Now I'm going to do it for product of sum terms, that is the max terms. So I'll be grouping these zeros. So I'll group these zeros. When I group these zeros, this is the only option, right? When I make these two a pair, so what is the expression we are going to get here is, it's not that B bar C bar, because it is product of sum term. So whatever here A bar B bar will be written as in the POS A plus B. So wherever it is A bar, it's supposed to be, or wherever it is complement, it's supposed to be a variable. Wherever it is variable, it's supposed to be a complement. And wherever it is AND, it's supposed to be an R. So that's what the change with respect to the SOP and POS. Now it is A plus B bar. So I'll not be writing all this, I'll just tell you. This is A bar plus B bar, A bar plus B. Now in these two, what is constant here is B bar, right? B bar means it is B. So here it is C bar, means it is C. So it's been wrong. Please do correct this. It is C. B plus C. Now in this group, what is constant here is A bar. A bar means it is A plus C. C means it is C bar. So A plus C bar. Y is equal to B plus C and A plus C bar. We need to realize the circuit for this now. So A plus C bar. Yes, it's been done with A plus C bar, and B plus C. B plus C. So this we are ANDing. So this is what our Y. So when we are going to get this 0 hazard, so my A is 0 and B is 0. When C is changing from 0 to 1, I'm going to get an hazard. A is 0, B is 0, C is 0. After a certain period of time, I'll be getting the output across this inverter is 1. So 0 or 1, the output across this OR gate is 1. 0 or 0, output across this OR gate is 0. 1 and 0, output across this AND is 0. Now when C changes from 0 to 1, there will be an hazard. We'll look into this. So when there is a change in C, 0 to 1, the output across this OR gate has been changed to 1. This inverter will take some time to process this. So till that period of time, this output across the inverter is 1. So 0 and 1, the output here is 1. 1, 1, the output across this AND gate will be 1. So we were expecting always 0 irrespective of the input, but because of the time delay of an inverter, we get the output across this Y is 1. This is a static 0 hazard. How we can cover this hazard? By using a redundant group, the way how we did it in the previous problem. Use this redundant group. What is this redundant group is? A plus B. And along with these two terms, we'll add that redundant term, that is A plus B. Do this grouping. So we added A plus B here. So extract this A and B, give it to an OR gate. Output of this, give it to an AND gate. So now A is 0, B is 0. When C was changing from 0 to 1, we were getting an hazard. Whatever the value of C, now we will not bother about it. When A is 0 and B is 0, the output across this is 0. So if any one of the input across the AND gate is 0, the output expected here is 0. With this, we could able to cover the hazard caused by the circuit. So this is about the static 1 and static 0 hazard. About the dynamic hazard, whenever there is a change in the input, so we are expecting the change in the output as well from any static level, any level, so 0 to 1. But it will not be settling in one shot. There will be a toggling between that states and then it will be settling back. That is called as an dynamic hazards. That can be, you can refer the textbook in order to learn problems on the dynamic hazard. Thank you.